thousands of years ago, birth control has been practiced throughout the world with different religions and cultures. There are many different types of birth control, including abortion, infanticide, douching, a solid object blocking the cervix, abstinence, condoms, and many more. Fairly recently, the pill was introduced as a more safe and reliable contraceptive. I certainly do not want to promote infanticide or even abortion, but rather a contraceptive or a barrier blocking the cervix. Many people may frown upon the idea of birth control, seeing it as sinful and morally wrong. But we must all be open-minded and see this from an environmental perspective, since human reproduction affects every living human being. Last estimated in the year 2008, there is over 6.5 billion people on the earth, from the website CIA, last updated in October 2009. Birth control can help with our population struggles and other global problems. Today I will be discussing three main problems, three causes, and three solutions. I'd like to begin by addressing our three problems and our need for birth control. As I have just stated, the world population is over 6.5 billion, but what is our Earth's carrying capacity? According to the article, Population, Poverty, and Planet Earth by Donella H. Meadows in 1992, the human population is expected to double in 35 to 40 years. In order to improve living standards, the economy will have to double even faster than that. It is vital that we find the solution to this growing problem of our expanding population. Currently, for millions of people worldwide, there is little or no access to the necessities of life, such as food, water, shelter, clothing, and so on. Part of this is due to the overcrowding of humans. Our resources are also being depleted. Most of our natural land is being destroyed and built upon to accommodate the new humans that are coming into the world. Also, more and more animal species are being wiped out. Pollution levels will also increase with more humans. From the website of For Parents, last revised August 2009, it is estimated that 1 in every 3 teen girls become pregnant before the age of 20 in America. I have a picture here of a pregnant teenage girl. Teenage girls that become pregnant face difficult life choices, sub-pregnancies and an abortion, adoption, or just keeping the baby. Although with making this tough decision, the teen girl must gain more responsibilities and set aside more time for this new life. Financial choices come into the picture, and deciding how to juggle her teen life with being a mom is a harsh reality to accept. There are pregnant teens struggling to survive and keep their babies healthy. Another problem we face is that millions of women and girls have little or no access to birth control and sex education. Women in third world countries may not have knowledge of birth control and all of its benefits. Moving ahead, I'll list the causes of these three problems. There are three causes I will address: different cultures and religions, teenagers and sex ed, and poverty that is straining the access to our birth control and sex education. Along with the various types of birth control, there are some cultures and religious groups that forbid any form of birth control. Catholicism is a religion that rejects any form of birth control, one reason being that they believe it is God's law to not interfere with the natural process. In the Navajo culture, it is important that a woman proves her fertility by having one child every year for her husband. If she secretly tries to take contraceptives, she may be cast out or divorced by her husband. In order to successfully introduce family planning programs to cultures and religions such as these, the key factor is child spacing. This information can be found in the article Beyond Birth Control by Susan Wilson in 1992. Even today in America, many people believe adolescents are not receiving adequate sex education. The cause of this may be in several areas. Parents always blame the schooling systems, but parents must be the main source of information for their teens. Teenage boys and girls do not know how truly demanding it is to raise a child. Some European countries, such as France, Germany, the Netherlands, have superior methods of sex education, including societal openness and pragmatic governmental policies. I have a statistics chart right here. The years is way up here: France, Germany, and the Netherlands. The proof lies in the statistics. U.S. teen pregnancy rates are over 6 times than those of the above European countries. This information is obtained from the document Adolescent Sexual Health in Europe and the U.S., Why the Difference, written by Amy Faye Hu in 2001. Poverty is another reason why women are not able to get their sex education or birth control. Here is a picture of an impoverished mother with her 2 children. The location and socioeconomic status of a woman and male can be a determinant of birth rates and birth control access. Many couples in third world countries bear many children in hopes that the children will grow up and take care of their parents when they're older. Also to help with household chores and labor. From the book Institute for Food and Development Policies by Lack, Collins, Grosset, and S. Garza in 1998, it is stated that high birth rates reflect a woman's powerlessness in society and the survival calculus of the poor. Continued motherhood may then be her only choice. But when a woman has a higher education and more power in the society, she is less likely to have a lot of children. Last, I will explain the actions we ourselves can take to help with this issue. There are 3 ways we can personally help. Teach our adolescents, consider birth control ourselves, and visit our city hall. One method we can approach is to help educate our children or relatives. We must show respect for our adolescents and realize that we have a responsibility to their rights of knowledge. This is a picture of a book here, and it is symbolic to the phrase that knowledge is power. Another method we can use is just simply to visit our doctor. I have another picture, and it is a woman taking her daily contraceptives. Males must participate in this as well for their loved ones or their partners. It is important that males take part in this, not only the females. Last, we can go to our city hall and try to set up a local program for women and men and young girls to gain better access to birth control and sex education. I have just addressed the problems, causes, and solutions surrounding birth control. Now that we are aware of the problems surrounding birth control and what we can do to help, I will cover the 3 main points once again. Our global population is only growing, and with that bringing life-threatening issues. One contributing factor to this is specific cultures that reject the idea of birth control. Teenagers are not receiving adequate sex education due to our government policies and the lack of parent participation. Poverty can create high birth rates since women in third world countries have less power in their societies. There are 3 things we can do to help lessen birth rates and increase contraceptive use. Teach our adolescents with better education, consider contraceptives for ourselves, and engage in local programs. The more prepared we are, the better we can raise an individual. The more efficient we are in that upbringing, the better that individual will turn out to be. And the more great people we have, the better our world will be.